Whether you're thinking that this upcoming render looks cursed or not, Jessie and James are back. It's for the Shiny Celebi event, ladies and gentlemen. And so, we're going to take another video right here. I say another one because we actually did this when Jessie and James first came into the game, and so we can make a few comparisons, but their lineup is different. You still click on the Meowth Balloon and all that to get your encounter with them. So, relatively like before, but we do, again, they have new lineups, so there are going to be new starting Pokemon. It's interesting because Scyther is coming back, so that's not new, but the starting Pokemon, of course, for Jessie was Ekans, and now it's in the middle. A lot of the time with the Team Go Rocket leaders, as you guys know, all the time actually, you can get their Shadow Pokemon as a Shiny, and so that was actually probably the reason, I guess, is just to give people another shot at Shiny Scyther right here. Go with a, Melmetal to do something really awesome. You could also go with Golem, Heatran right there. Any of these are good options. I did want to note, of course, Scyther, obviously easier than when, let's say, Arlo had it. When Arlo had it, they actually, it was at like a 14,000 CP. So there was a nerf in there. This is about like 84, 56, I think is what it said. We're way past that now. Defeated Ekans really easily, obviously. We did try to handicap ourselves here. I mean, like when I first did that Jessie and James video back in July or whenever that was, they totally didn't, nerf myself. Totally didn't handicap myself in any way. I just used some of my like strongest Pokemon because I didn't know what they were going to have. I didn't know how difficult they were going to be. This time, pretty much knew what to expect. It's mostly going to be an easy fight, so this is a little bit more for display, but if you do need help, I guess, then here's a few options that you can use, obviously. Machamp just getting that last little hit off right there. Machamp would have been fine against Stantler, although it can have Zen Headbutt. I mean, that's a psychic move, and if this was live, man, that would have been a great reaction, because yes, there was a Shiny Shadow Scyther in my first encounter, so that was really nice. Just wish it was my own account. This is actually, we're looking at basically an alt and my dad's account. It's essentially, I guess at this point, almost two alts. I mean, real people here, so it's not, that they aren't real people. Anyway, Pinsir gonna be starting us off, as James is gonna be, that's his starting spot Pokemon. And so Pinsir, once again, that was one that obviously Cliff had back in the days. When Cliff had it, it could max out around like 14,000. I think it was 14,099. I'm looking at my notes. So, anyway, this Pinsir, obviously, it's definitely nerfed, but that's not necessarily because the whole Team Go Rocket Pokemon are nerfed entirely. We don't know that yet. They did nerf them, of course, for when Shadow Mewtwo came into the game with Giovanni in this kind of recent iteration, the October rotation, we should call it. So there was a nerf then, just of Team Go Rocket leaders as a whole. But anyway, we'll see what ends up happening, I guess, whenever they change their lineups again, but these were all just some decent options. Again, I pretty much handicapped myself based on the level, the CP of all of my Pokemon. I could have just gone with 3,000 plus CPs and just rocked socks, right here. So anyway, still, even with that, it's going to be a pretty easy battle, so hopefully you guys can also just use it as an opportunity to get some maybe shiny shadows. I don't know. Just a spoiler, of course, I don't get a shiny shadow Pinsir out of this. Man, that would have been great. But yes, I hope that you guys enjoy this. Hope you can get some shiny shadows. And that was Jessie and James for the Shiny Celebi event. Thank you so much for viewing.